today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Lamar Jackson and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Will Lutz set to kick off.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now a first down throw, Watson. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 16 carries, 76 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Carson. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it
on 3rd down. It's Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So here are the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for the USC man. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Brings up 2nd.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 17 carries, 79 yards. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they're doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
First down, Tampa Bay.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Texans defense stands tall. On 1st down, it's Watson. Going deep here for Parker. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A shotgun snap for Watson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Watson. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
At the 18-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to run with Carson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
4-yard line.
This is Carson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
The ball carrier.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A pass underneath for Carson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. And over the middle, this is Parker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll check that down to Carson. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he finds Gronk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 10.
To the air yet again. Watson. Shedding the tackle. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Sam Darnold has thrown a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head down to Chicago to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Teddy Bridgewater has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Colin Kaepernick has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kept it on the ground.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A quick toss out right, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st down, it's Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. On the option is Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Buccaneers.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Now he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Watson. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Again, it's Watson. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Now he's flushed out left. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Carson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Sanchez set to kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. All that for a 2-yard gain. Second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Yards to go.
Jackson now to throw on third down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He may try it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Watson and the Texans now. Down 21-17. A little under 40 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10. At their own 6-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for Tampa Bay, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.